everyone, thank you for joining me. So this video is a bit of a stash ad and also an update on the Ford Sedan, 1942 Ford Sedan. Just some progress on that. So the first thing I wanted to show you is I've bought another 1/76 scale A34 Comet, which is the old Matchbox kit. I can never have enough of the old vintage Matchbox. I know it's repopped by Revel, but it's still the same moulds and it's still exactly the same kit. So apart from Matchbox may have produced this in two colours. So I've got another one of those. These kits are going for under £7 at the moment. Anybody interested in doing a nice small armour build. What I want to do is a diorama with multiple British tanks on. I will have to investigate what ratio Comets were supplied to the army with regards to Shermans and Cromwells. I don't know whether there was like one Comet for every 5 vehicles, so the other 4 were Shermans or Cromwells, I don't know. But I've got an idea for a dia. Next one, and I'm kicking myself a bit, I bought these 2 kits. There's another race one that's coming up before I started building this 1942 Sedan. So quite an interesting subject though, and you know, in this scale you have to try and get these things and try and bend them to your purpose for dioramas and things, so I'm hoping that it won't be too much of a sod. Will actually go together quite well, and the parts will be of decent moulding and so on. So as you can see, this is an SDKFZ 250/9. Obviously the 250 is the chassis type. The 9, sorry, so then it would be a stroke, I don't know, it'd probably go, I don't know what it went up to actually, for all I went up to number 21. Number 1 would just be the standard troop carrier, and then you'd have, as I say, various other ones that they just bolted additional stuff to. I believe they were also used as an ammo carrier, used as an ambulance, I think, and so on. Smaller than the SDKFZ 251, which was like the workhorse of troop transport, armoured troop transport I should say, because obviously they had a lot of trucks and then they had a lot of horses as well. So that's that one. Next one is this, is it an Austin Tourer? I don't particularly want to build this up as a military vehicle. I think I'd like to build it up as a civilian one, but we shall see. And again, it's just something a bit different. There's probably less parts in this than there is in the 42 Sedan. And again, I bought it before I realised the issues I'm having with the Sedan, so, but we shall see. It'll be on the bench sometime. Okay guys, I've got to pan out and hold the camera up because I've bought, I believe, my very first Atlantis kit. There's a group build that's happening soon, I think. I can't even remember what it's called. Is it like Footsteps into Space or something? I'm sorry, I can't remember who's running it either. But I wanted to join in, and I saw this on eBay for, I think it was £37. I've seen it elsewhere on eBay for like £100, and so I bought it. I had watched somebody else building this, I don't know, it was last year or the year before. So I thought it'd be great fun. The interesting thing is that my wife has actually seen the Friendship 7 space capsule. Is it in Washington? When she went over there to do some work and she had some free time, she went through the went to the museum there, and she actually saw this, and we quite enjoyed the film Hidden Figures, about the black American women who were the computers to work out trajectories and things like that. We really enjoyed that film. So, and we just recently watched it again, and as I say, I found this on eBay and I thought it would be a great little build to do. So my first ever Atlantis kit, and my first ever real space kit, as opposed to something like Star Wars or Star Trek. So that's that one. Okay, so staying with sci-fi, I've bought this Combat Patrol, which is Adeptus Mechanicus. Obviously that's Warhammer 40k. The reason I bought this is, no, I'm not starting a new army. I bought a load of Adeptus Mechanicus stuff many years ago. Didn't do anything with it. Part started some stuff, so they got thrown in the bin, and the other stuff I just sold on eBay. The reason I bought this is I've got an idea for a diorama, and I need some of the pieces from this, and it worked out better for me possibly to buy this than it did to buy are they Tech Priests? The Tech Priest and these three guys. So they would have cost me £60. This whole box cost me £90. So I'm hoping to throw these on eBay perhaps to see if I can make some money back and reduce the cost of these. And then again, I may add some to the diorama. It gives me more options anyway, having this box set. So the intention is to do a diorama. I've mentioned it to the manager at Games Workshop in Birmingham, and he was quite stoked with the two ideas I have. But whether I can get it to work is another matter. So that is the last of the stash updates, and now we'll get on to the sedan. Okay guys, so here she is. I've scratch built the headlights. Fortunately my wife had a hole punch which was the same diameter as the kit headlight, so I just punched some circles out of evergreen, and then what I did was I added some of the glazing glue because I wanted to get a convex, that's its shape, to the front in the centre. What I may do is actually take that off, get this painted up, paint the disc silver, and then put the glue on top. I don't know yet. I may leave it. I'll have to have a look at it closely to see how well the shape has turned out, if it's turned out at all. I cannot see through this camera. So that's that. Managed to fix the nick that was in the pillar for the windscreen, where it was mismoulded. So what I did was I just put some super glue gel there, waited for it to dry, and then I just sanded it back. Unfortunately there is a bit of glue, quite a bit of glue showing around on some of the parts. I might try and sand them back. Put some more evergreen on the bottom of the trunk there, just to clean that gap up. Right, so then I noticed when I put the two halves together, and I don't know whether you noticed from the previous video, you could see the seat. You could see the edge of the seat. In fact, you could see above the flat part of the seat when through the wheel arch. So what I did was I just put a couple of pieces of evergreen in there to close that up so you can't see it. They are proud of the seat, but when you put that down, you won't be able to see those additional parts and the interior, so I'm quite happy with that. I've just noticed that I've got to fit the bumpers front and rear, but I'll probably do that after painting it. So what's left to do before I can paint this? Well, I noticed that the windscreen is a split windscreen. I think there's a very thin piece of metal that goes up the middle of up the middle from the bonnet up the window. I think I will try and add that before I paint, rather than adding it after I've painted it all and fitted the glazing. So if I get that done, hopefully it'll work. Then I can start painting this. As I say, I might try and take off some of the glue with some fine sanding paper or sanding stick. So that's basically it, guys. As I say, a quick stash ad. Quick, I'm seeing 10 minutes here. A quick stash ad and a quick update on the 1942 sedan. Really enjoying your videos, guys. Really enjoying the builds that are coming off your benches. There are really some fantastic models being created, so well done. I more and more have your videos on whilst I'm hobbying, It's like having a bit of company, to be honest. Like you sat on the bench beside me, so that's really cool. Thanks ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.